I don't know about you, but personally, I have many of those occasions where I do not really know what to do, where I have kind of like something that I want to be doing, but at the same time, there are so many thoughts in my mind for which I should actually do the opposite. And so many times in the past, I didn't really know how to make a choice. And it took me actually quite some while to understand and to discover the framework, or I should say the question that I will be sharing with you in this video. The question that I will be sharing with you has helped me to make so many good and regret-free decisions, and that is actually why I'm sharing with you. Because I'm sure that we both have those, situations where we kind of like do not really know what to do. And the more we think about it, the more we come up with reasons for why we should do one and why we should do the other thing, right? And so the more we think about it, the more we actually get confused. Like, I'll make some examples on my own life. When I, for example, get invited to a family dinner, and so I actually wanted to be doing something else, and there I start thinking, how should I go? Should I not go? Like, will they get upset? Maybe my grandma is alone. She will maybe not understand, but actually I want to do the opposite. Or when there is a girl, a cute girl, and I know that I want to talk with her, but she's with her friends, for example. And so I'm there, no, when she's with her friends, it will not work. It will be awkward. Like me talking with her and her friends on her side. It won't work, right? It won't work. So I start coming up with all these reasons, but actually I would like to approach her, and all of those kind of occasions where you do not really know what to do. I've seen that there is one simple question that helps me out so much, and it is the following one. I ask myself, what am I trying to convince myself of doing or not doing? And then I just do the opposite. Now, before clicking off, because you don't really understand why it is so powerful, let me explain you why it is so powerful. I don't know about you, but very personally, the decisions I made when I was following my mind have always brought me to regret things, have always brought me to think, I actually wanted to do the opposite. On the other side, when I was there and did what I actually felt was right for me, when I followed my soul, when I followed my heart, when I followed my intuition, call it as you want it, every single time I did that, I felt amazingly well. I felt like even though it was going against logic, even though everyone was telling me that I was wrong, even though my mind was telling me, it's not rational, it's not logical, even when all of that was happening, I still felt like I did the right choice. And that is the amazing thing of following your intuition. Now, the hard thing is not to know that you want to be following your intuition. What I've seen on myself since many months that I was there trying to be more and more in line with myself, with my soul, my heart, call it as you want it, as I said, is that like how to actually find out what your soul is telling us. Because on one side, there is the mind talking really loudly, it's giving all of those good reasons. And on the other side, there is the heart whispering really, silently. So I've seen that the following question, as I said, helped me so much. I asked myself, what am I trying to convince myself of? And then I do the opposite. Because what I'm trying to convince myself of is the thing that my mind wants to be doing. And on the other side, what I already know that I want to be doing is my heart. Because if it was not that way, then we wouldn't really know what to do. But let me tell you this, we both always already know what we want to be doing. Our soul, our heart, our intuition is our true self. And so deep down, we already know what we want. We do not have to convince ourselves of the thing that we already know we want to be doing. For example, we do not have to convince ourselves of the fact that we want, for example, to approach that cute girl. We already know it. That's our heart really whispering. But on the other side, there is the mind trying to convince us with all the rational thoughts because I know it will be awkward. I know there are her friends with her, I know I have to go. I don't have any time. She's too far away, all of those rational thoughts. But it's actually, I realized this the other week, very simple, because by realizing that the thing that my mind is trying to advocate for, is trying to convince me of doing, is simply the opposite, or at least very often the opposite of what my heart, what I truly deep down want. Because as I said, if it was not that way, then we wouldn't really know what we want. But because we deep down already know what we want and our heart doesn't have to convince us because it is us, what we are trying to convince us of doing is the opposite of what we actually want to be doing. It is very simply because our mind is very easily influenceable by other people, by standards, by society. And I think that by asking us that simple question, at least that is what I've seen on myself, we can get over that conditioning and we can actually understand what we truly deep down want, not in our mind, but in our heart. And I've seen that it really works amazingly well. So I really hope that this video helped you out. Try it out. If you won't, it won't help you. Try it out. Try to ask yourself that question and you will see that you will be able to really quickly understand what you actually want to be doing. So I thank you a lot for your time and for your attention. If you feel like you want to put yourself in contact with me personally, first link in the description down below will do exactly that. Anyways, wish you all the best. Thank you again. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe and see you in the next one. Actually, if you have a better way for making regret-free decisions, I would be really interested in that. So let me know in the comments down below. Again, see you. Wish you all the best.